Welcome to another adventure of Fields of Adventure with Dwight and Murline. I know y'all usually see us out on travel, different locations, on excursions, doing all kind of crazy stuff that y'all probably say we're too old to be doing. However, our business model is built on travel, business, and relationships. And today, we're launching our business series. Question: what do you think it looks like when vision, discipline, and hustle all comes together at a very young age? I'm talking about a guy who's making noise in the community, building his brand, and has his sights set on owning his own automobile dealership one day. Well, today, that guy's right here with us.
I have the honor of introducing someone that is very special to me, JJ, also known as JJ Deals Wheels. JJ is a native of Huntsville, Alabama, and who has quickly made a name for himself in the luxury automobile industry. Now, his name is Jonathan Lamar Jones, but everybody calls him JJ. He graduated from Huntsville High School and went on to attend Jacksonville State University and later earned a bachelor's degree from Alabama State University, graduating cum laude. During college, he discovered a passion for music and later become known as DJ Lit, a name that follows him everywhere he goes. After graduating, he entered the car business where he quickly gained a name for himself and has also been the #1 salesman at 3 different luxury dealerships, even earning recognition on billboards here in Huntsville. He is driven, focused, and committed to excellence. With a one day not only having a vision for being in sales, but to own his own car dealership and leading at the highest level. It is my pleasure to introduce my son, Jonathan Lamar Jones, better known as JJ Deals Wheels.
Fields of adventure, yeah, we set the tone. Dwight and Murline, yeah, we bringing it home. Fields of adventure, come ride with us. Yeah, Dwight and Murline, don't trust. New faces, new places, stories that lead. This week, JJ stepping in with that speed. Came in the game when the world shut down. Turned pressure into power, now he runs the town. Top of the board, yeah, he stays on lead. Luxury lanes, but he built on speed. 3-time #1, yeah, the proof don't lie. Huntsville see his name, yeah, it's way up high. From sales to vision, now he's leveling up. Future dealership owner, yeah, he next up. Future dealership owner, yeah, he next up. Fields of adventure, come ride with us.
All right. Okay. Thanks, JJ, for being on the show. It's a privilege having you here, not just as a guest, but as my stepson.
Absolutely.
So we've seen your accomplishments in the videos, but the audience want to know a little bit more about JJ. JJ Deals Wheels. So what motivates you to do what you do?
Well, what motivates me is always just trying to inspire and get better when it comes to motivating people. I see a lot of influencers online, and me in person, I just want to be better at what I do. I know it's a cliche term, but that honestly is what motivates me, is getting better every day.
All right, that's good. So what made you start DJing? I mean, I know you're in the auto business, but what made you start with DJing?
Yeah, so that's a good question. College, actually. So when I went off to college, there were a lot of house parties that I went to and hosted. So I guess you guys know that now. And when I would host them, it started off with just hooking up to the Bluetooth. Everybody knows about that. So I always volunteered to, hey, let me play the music, because a lot of people would only play music they wanted to listen to. But I would see, 50, 75 people there, and I would play what they wanted to listen to. And everybody was saying I should be a DJ. And then I came home for the summer, and I know, Dwight, you were DJing.
Right.
or and I just started messing around with your equipment, and that led me to say, hey, I could actually do this. So you guys were a big inspiration by having the equipment, and then of course college helped as well.
So you kind of answered my second question, but that's good. I was going to ask you what started you DJing, but you kind of gave us the answer. So how did the DJ lit persona come along?
Just being in college, having fun in college. I was trying to think of a name that resonated, although people don't say lit as much now, but this was a time where I was going to name myself DJ Turn Up, but people don't say turn up as much, and DJ lit just rolled off the tongue, so I just went with that and rolled with that ever since.
Okay, well, so do you feel DJing helps shape the way you connect with your customers? Does it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Some of my best clients with DJing are actually customers I've sold cars to. So I'm big on letting everybody know what I do, how I do it, and of course with networking with DJing, I started off at a university where no one knew me and became the #1 DJ at that university. So marketing and networking definitely helped for sure.
That is awesome, JJ.
Okay. And I've seen you DJ, so I know that you're pretty good at it.
Yeah,
But,
good at his craft. No, JJ, after graduating in 2020, during uncertain times, what made you decide to step into the automotive industry?
So COVID. I was on Indeed, just graduated college on YouTube, actually graduated college here on YouTube. And with that being said, I was just looking for a job on Indeed and found car sales. It was something that I was going to do temporarily. A lot of car salesmen say that they're not going to do it for long term. That was the same with me. But hopped on Indeed and fell in love with it ever since.
Okay. I recall I wasn't in favor of that, but I am a big proponent of car sales dealership. I remember that. We were talking, and I'm like, why? No, you can do something else.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, you worked at Acura, Audi, and now you at Century. How did those different environments shape your approach?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Every dealership, the core of it's the same, but the business itself is different. So I started at Acura. I was a salesperson there first, then went to sales management. Enjoyed that, but wanted to step it up as far as luxury. So then I went to Audi, did Audi for 2 years, did really well, and then went to Century BMW, where I'm at now. But it helped a lot just growing with different dealerships. A lot of people that stick to the same dealership don't know the business, I think, as much as me, because I've seen it from so many different angles, so many different customers, so many different limelights.
So let me tell you. So your advice to new car salesmen, because I've been telling people you can make money at this. Yeah. Your advice would be to them to move around, or?
Definitely not. I know that gets shunned in the business. That's my situation. It's funny because I did the same thing in college. I went to a community college, went to a PWI, and then also went to a HBCU. So I got the college experience. I would say I got the dealership experience. I wouldn't recommend it because this is a business where your customers will stick with you. They'll come back, repeat, and referrals. But my situation just led me to go to other dealerships. Not my advice, though. Is if you're starting off, you can stay where you're at, but you do learn a lot when you go other places.
So, JJ, what makes you really consistent in what you do, especially in the competitive luxury cars?
Just knowing that you start over every month. So everybody starts at zero. And I like that. I don't like rolling over what I did last month. Even with my previous dealerships, I set records at Audi. I set records at Acura, working on setting records at Century, but that doesn't matter the next month. So what motivates me is starting over. It's just like restarting Instagram. You're starting at zero, and then you try to get your followers up. So I like that. I like starting over every month.
Awesome. With as much success as you've had, have you ever thought about mentoring people and how to do what you do and be consistent in that?
Oh yeah, definitely. I have thought about that. I think that would be a great thing, and I'm actually pursuing that now. So yeah.
Awesome. I'm sure there's a lot of people who would be interested in knowing how you do things,
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you about that though. The mentoring part, that's good. But did you have a mentor, or
Yes.
how did you get where you are?
Definitely. So the biggest mentor I've had in the car business is a guy named Andy Elliott. I just actually went to his seminar. I've been in the car business for going on 6 years, and I've been to his seminar 7 times. So every year I'm trying to go and level up and be around people that are doing well, because my mindset is I'm not competing with the dealership, I'm competing with the world. And the best car salesman in the world go to his seminar. So Andy Elliott, I always tell people that Andy Elliott, and his style isn't for everybody, but if you can take what you can take from it and then apply it to yourself, you'll be better that way.
Okay.
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 One more
Okay. Go ahead.
question, because I like the mentorship part. We are trying to be mentors,
Mm-hmm.
but advising other, and I'm not trying to get into your secrets, but
Yeah.
advising other people. Everybody can't afford that money, but would you tell them to make that sacrifice?
Oh, yeah.
Like invest in themselves?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend invest in mentoring, because just for simple math, Andy Elliott, let's say his seminar is $1,000, but he teaches you how to sell 5 cars. And for simple math, you got $1,000 per car. Well, you just paid for a seminar for free. So that's how I look at it when it comes to mentorship and investing in yourself. The return on investment is huge.
Yeah, that's a good information there. So when things get tough or sales slow down, what mindset do you keep focused in your head to be consistent?
Marketing. I mean, that's the big one. A lot of salespeople live by people coming in, but I never subscribe to that. One, because I started off selling cars during COVID. So if you're watching this and you don't know what the pandemic was, people weren't coming into the dealership. So I had to figure out how to get people to come to the dealership, or at least come to my phone. And marketing online did that for me. And I still do that.
All right. Staying with technology in the times.
Mm-hmm.
That's the great thing.
Yeah, that's some good information.
Yeah.
Now, you've accomplished a lot already. I mean, we've seen all the accomplishments. You've been at 3 different dealerships. But what does success, or what does the future look like for you? What does success in the future look
That's a good question that I ask myself a lot,
like?
because I honestly don't know enough to put out there on what my success will look like, because a lot of my ideas change. I think me and you got that in common. You have a new idea and you're all in on it in the first week. So success to me is, wealth, financial wealth, not just being rich, but actually having something deeper than me, and also helping people.
Good. That's very good. Man.
So if people wanted to get in touch with you, we see you on JJ Deal Wheels. How do they reach you, or if they wanted you to mentor them?
So Instagram, JJ Deals Wheels, TikTok, JJ Deals Wheels, Facebook, my Facebook name is Jonathan JJ Jones, and my email is jjandcars, jjandcars@gmail.com.
Okay. Good. Hey, so JJ, it was a pleasure having you on our show. In fact, you are the beginning of our business relationship. So it was a pleasure, and you've been my son. That's an extra pleasure for me. And I am so proud of you. I really am.
Thank you.
Have done really, really well.
And just as a man, I love it. I tell people all the time, I'm convinced now that if you need to start, car sales is the way to go.
Yeah.
And I'm going to turn them over to you at some point.
I say that to people too. It's got the lowest barrier to entry. Like, I had no experience. I had no resume in car sales. I literally had a college degree. But there's someone who doesn't have that fresh out of high school that can be really good at this. It's one of the quickest ways to, one, learn communication, because it sells. You have to talk to people. But 2, you can make a lot of money. You don't need all these requirements to be into the car dealership. So if anyone's looking for a career or even something small to start with, I recommend going into a car lot.
Okay. Hey, and I always go off script here because I'm interested in this, because I had an experience actually at your dealership, but it's been a while before you. Do you, it seems that a lot of car salesmen kind of stereotype people.
Oh yeah.
I came in and I was probably out pressure washing, and I didn't get a salesman. I had to ask for a salesman.
Yeah.
So for other salesmen, how do you approach that? I wondered why nobody came up to me when I was actually looking for a car,
Right.
you know?
I mean, that's something I deal with too. So I get
Mhm.
stereotyped. So a lot of car salesmen, their mentality is they know your whole life story when you pull up to the lot. And I don't think that way. I mean, just for a quick story time, I'll tell you guys. So when I worked at Acura, there was a couple that pulled up to the lot. They were in a minivan. I mean, it looked like they were on drugs, honestly. just black and white. And no one wanted to talk to them. Oh, they're not gonna buy nothing. All of this. Well, I was like, they're here for a reason. That's what I always think. I think people are at the car lot for a reason. I talked to them. They just got an inheritance for $60,000. They had it in cash, and they were there to buy a car. Not only did I sell them one car, but I sold them 2 cars.
Oh.
Now, what they did with those cars, I don't know, but that was the biggest mind-blowing example for me to say you should never judge anybody, especially at a car lot. Like, people aren't there to, buy pizza or work out. Like, they're there to look at a car, and I'm there to sell a car. So don't judge a book by its cover.
All right. I like that advice. That is definitely how we should be throughout everything. Don't judge the book by its cover.
Mm-hmm.
Because the content inside is the thing that you got to be remembrance of.
Yeah.
You never know.
And I'll tell you from now on, I will always seek your advice when purchasing a car. We're looking forward to the new self-driver as we get older.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, I'll be calling on you to get some advice on
For
it.
sure.
Well,
All right. Thank you again for
All right.
being on the show, and we really appreciate it.
Thank
you.
y'all.
Are a busy man, and I feel very honored
Appreciate
to
it.
have you here on our show.
Thank y'all. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel as well.
there you go.
There you go.
Fields of Adventure with Dwight and Murline.
Make sure
That's
you
right.
like and subscribe.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thank y'all.